Hi, I'm Mark, and this is Let's Vibe, the channel all about crystals and our feelings. So today I wanted to talk about a particular type of jasper, and I've never done a video on any kind of jasper before, but there are many different varieties of jasper out there, and jasper is a form of microcrystalline quartz. And the type of jasper I wanted to talk about today is called rhyolite. So, rhyolite is a spotted form of jasper. It's usually spotted. I think it can also be it can also have a banded appearance, but you can see some of the spots on this one. Some specimens, the spots are very pronounced. So it's kind of a mottled mix of colors. I think it's kind of a pretty stone, actually. And one feature with this stone, well, with this piece in particular, is you'll notice it has a lot of cavities, like this one. This one's got some, it looks like crystals inside the cavity, but it's got some other cavities as well. Let's see, right there. Yeah, right there. So these cavities, you'll find these on many stones, many crystals can have cavities like this. And these cavities are called vugs. I believe it can also be pronounced vug. It's spelled V-U-G, but I like the pronunciation vug. So this piece that I have has quite a few vugs. And so a vug is any open cavity, often filled with small crystals on the inside, but it's any open cavity on a stone. So this would be a vug, and this is a vug. And the cool thing about this piece, and the reason that I picked this particular piece, is it has some, maybe technically not vugs, but it has some cavities that are of different colors. And this one's got a blue vug and this yellowish orange one. But these particular cavities are actually filled with quartz. They're not open spaces, but you can see inside it. You can see the cavity inside through the quartz. And it's lined, this one's lined with these really pretty blue crystals. And this one is not as transparent, but it's lined with some yellowish orange crystals. And so maybe these, since they're filled with quartz, they're probably not considered vugs, but I just thought it was really cool to see like different colored pockets on this stone. And that definitely drew me to this piece. So, Rhyolite Jasper. I honestly don't take this stone out very often. I haven't spent that much time with this piece compared with my other stones and compared with other types of jasper like red jasper. But Rhyolite Jasper is really a nice form of jasper because it has quite a gentle energy to it. Judy Hall describes rhyolite as helping to connect you with your soul's knowledge and wisdom, and in that way can be used for growth and self-development. But personally, when I meditate with Rhyolite, it has a very gentle vibration. It's a very calming vibration. Um, with other forms of jasper, like red jasper, it's quite a strong energy. But with Rhyolite, it really is a much more soothing kind of energy. And so Rhyolite is great for emotional balance. It's good for using when you're entering into meditation. You know, it can help calm and quiet the mind and body. And Rhyolite is useful for self-esteem and self-confidence. This stone can very gently aid you in building your self-esteem and self-confidence. One of the things that, or one of the ways this stone is described, it's described as allowing for transformation and change and healing, but not pushing it. And so in that sense, it's quite gentle. It really doesn't force anything. It just, it allows for healing. It allows for meditation. But it's not gonna, you know, push anything onto you. You know, some stones, well, many other stones have a much stronger energy that can really feel more like a push. But with this stone, it really is just very gentle, and it's very calming. It's a, I would say it's quite peaceful. And overall, when I hold this stone, it just feels like just like a very gentle, soothing, quieting vibe. And the reason that I was drawn to Rhyolite recently is I've been going through some of my own rough times. And, you know, this year, I think a lot of people have gone through difficulties of varying degrees. And you see that in the astrology that's been happening over this past year. It's been very tumultuous. There's been a lot of tension in the energies. Now, personally, you know, I don't consider myself an astrologer, but I do pay attention to astrology. I follow certain astrologers on YouTube and listen to their takes on the astrological events that are happening. But I also like to study my own birth chart. And I find that studying my birth chart, it gives me a lot of insight into myself and my own life. It really gives kind of like guide points as to who I am as a person and why I do the things that I do, or why I am the way that I am. I find astrology to be very insightful, very enlightening, and also validating. Astrology can really, when you look at your birth chart, it can validate things about yourself that maybe you questioned and you weren't sure. It's really cool the more that you look at your chart and the more you the more you learn about it and the more you see in it, it's cool how it matches um, with you and with your reality. But I bring that up because, not only have the energies of this year been quite tense, but in looking at the transits of my personal chart, the aspects that are being created with my chart as the planets are moving through the sky. I've noticed that there's some pretty powerful aspects happening this year. Particularly, I've got a Saturn conjunct natal sun going on. and that's been going on since about April. And when I saw that and when I read up on what a Saturn conjunct natal sun means, I was like, well, there you go. There's the difficulty. There's that energy of difficulty that I've been experiencing, because this year, especially this summer and continuing into the fall, it's just been rough. It's been a lot of ups and downs, a lot of just unpredictable or seemingly unpredictable events, and things have felt like they just haven't been working right. I've been doing a lot of work around manifestation, and I have been multiple times in the last several months. I have just been like throwing down my hat and just being like, what the hell? Like, what is going on? My manifestation skills have just felt so off. Well, not off, but my manifestation skills have felt great, actually, but then the results have been strange. The results have been not what I was expecting, or not there at all. And I'm kind of waiting, like, is anything gonna happen? And did I do things right? Did I make some kind of mistake? Because nothing seems to be happening. It feels like this year has been a year of long delays, and I'm still in it. I'm still in it. This Saturn conjunct natal sun for me, Saturn is in Aquarius right now. It's been in Aquarius for the last almost 2 years now. And my natal sun is in Aquarius. So Saturn's gonna be transiting my natal sun until next April. So that's fun. But when I think about it, when I look at this transit, it's kind of like Saturn has been asking over and over and over again, who are you? Who are you? Who are you? And it's been a tough transit. It's just been a tough transit, Nothing's really gone the way that I was hoping it would go. Like I said, with manifestations, it just feels like everything's delayed, and I don't know really what's happening. And sometimes I'm pulling my hair out, and, figuratively. And I've been going through another kind of dip, ups and downs. Right now I'm going through another dip, a little bit of a low point. And so I was like, what stone could provide some kind of help during this craziness? And I was drawn towards rhyolite. And like I said earlier, I rarely take this stone out, but it is a very peaceful, calming stone. And since it's jasper and it's got, these earthy colors, it is grounding, again, very gently grounding. Other types of jasper are much stronger in the grounding aspect, but this one is very gentle, and it just kind of gives a sense of peace, a sense of inner peace. That's how I would describe rhyolite, imparting a vibration of inner peace and calmness. And of course, when you're going through difficult times, ups and downs, that can definitely be a blow to your self-esteem, your self-confidence. And so as I work with this stone, I'm definitely directing those energies towards my own self-esteem levels and rebuilding my confidence, because I've been taking some hits. It's been tough. So if you ever, if you feel like you're in need of a stone that is grounding and protective, jasper is always protective. But if you feel like you need a stone that can provide some kind of peace and calm, while also facilitating growth and healing and self-development, I would look for rhyolite. Now, I was trying to think of a song, and the song that came up for rhyolite is a song by one of my all-time favorite pop groups, the very first pop sensation that I was ever obsessed with as a kid, and that would be Spice Girls. And now the song that came to mind is from the Spice Girls' second album, Spice World, and it's the song Never Give Up on the Good Times. And I think that song kind of fits Rhyolite because it's a very fun, cheerful song, lighthearted, but the lyrics are all about never giving up on yourself, never giving up on the fact that, yes, we have these low times, these difficult times, but there will be good times again. And so I think the message of the song goes well with Rhyolite. It's encouraging, it's uplifting, it's fun, it's a dance, the song has like a retro disco sound to it, but it's fun. It's a fun song, and I think it's just a good reminder to keep your head up and keep striving forward. So I will include a link in the description box below to Never Give Up on the Good Times by Spice Girls. And I encourage all of you, leave a comment or question down below. I would love to hear from you. And as always, thank you so much for vibing with me.